Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Pam. We're covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. And Larry Roy. Feel free to share your... Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com. I got to get my digs in while I can.
Yeah.
I'd rather him than me, Mark. I'm fine.
Today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it, squash it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
It is a Wishes in the Valley episode today as we are 32 days away from Wishes in the Valley. And we are joined in studio by Mike Mathieu from Neocraft Signs. How you doing, Mike?
I'm well, thanks, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing swimmingly. Thanks for asking.
Swimmingly, love it.
Yes. Larry and I love that word. Larry uses it all the time now. And Larry Roy. How are you, Larry?
I am doing great, thanks.
So we're going to be talking about all kinds of updates for Wishes in the Valley coming up here in just a bit. But before we get there, let's take a look at some headlines for Tuesday, July 7th.
A federal court ruled that private religious schools receiving public funds are not exempt from the Maine Human Rights Act's protections against discrimination. The court ruled against St. Dominic Academy in Auburn and Cross Point Church in Bangor, which sued the state seeking an exemption from the law that prohibits discrimination based on faith, gender identity, and sexual orientation.
Central Maine Power shut off power to over 3,400 customers during last week's heat wave as the extreme heat pushed some of its equipment beyond its limits. They said the outages were necessary to avoid unplanned failures that could have left customers without power for days. The outages occurred on Friday between 4:30 and 11 p.m. CMP said it attempted to notify customers while the outages were occurring.
The Maine Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says tick populations and activity are increasing this summer. Despite a slow start due to a cool spring, the CDC says tick numbers have caught up to the last year's level. Data from the federal CDC show that the rate of tick-related emergency room visits in the Northeast is the highest since 2017.
And the deadline for the City of Auburn's 2026 Comprehensive Plan Photo Contest is tomorrow. The city is seeking images that capture the spirit, people, and places that make the city such a special place to call home. For more information, visit the city's Facebook page. Now it's time for the weather.
Rain or shine, it's all okay. Grab your uke and start the day. You don't need perfect skies above. Hey, just a song and a little love.
You guys are always welcome to sing along, too.
I don't know that jingle.
I like
You know what?
enough.
I do know the weather. But
Not that one.
not that one.
But you did have a nice little dance to go
Yeah,
along
thanks.
with
Yeah.
It's a good jingle.
it. It was disturbing.
It went swimmingly.
Opinions vary.
Cloudy today with a high of 76 and a low of 58. Mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 82 and a low of 57. A sunny start to Thursday before afternoon clouds roll in with a high of 88 and a low of 63.
In sports, the United States World Cup run came to an end last night with a 4-1 loss to Belgium. And the Red Sox visit the Chicago White Sox tonight at 7:30. Peyton Tolley gets the start for Boston. That is your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Let's take a look at FPBs for July the 7th, shall we?
Sure.
All right. We're going to start off with comedian Jim Gaffigan, who is 60 years old today.
Big one.
Any fans in the house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, I think 94% of his jokes are about food. Maybe. But still, keeps it fresh and hilarious. And I love Jim because he was one of the comedians that I could play in the car with my kids when they were like 6 and 8 years old. Super clean. Drummer Ringo Starr, you may have heard of him from the Beatles, 86 years old today.
Look at that.
Ringo sings lead vocals on a couple of Beatles songs. I'm wondering if anyone has any idea.
No idea.
What they
No
might
idea.
be. Yellow Submarine, and with a little help from my friends. He also wrote and sang Don't Pass Me By and Octopus's Garden. I mean, how high was he when he wrote Octopus's Garden?
Hi, how are you?
Wow. And rounding out FPBs for July the 7th is a legendary band leader, Doc Severinsen, who is 99 years old today. He led Johnny Carson's band on The Tonight Show for 25 years and then retired on the same day that Johnny did. Go figure.
There you go.
Yeah, the meal ticket has retired. I guess it's time for me to do it as well.
Kind of like Vanna should have followed that, I'm thinking these days, but
Is Vanna still doing it?
she is.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Do you have a walker?
Yeah, she's moving a little slower. I think the words are shorter now. She doesn't have to walk so far.
She doesn't wear heels anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She's got Crocs
Well, she used to have
on.
to. She used to have to walk and like physically
Yeah.
turn them.
Right.
No, now
yeah,
she just has
Now
to
she just
touch
touch them.
yeah, I don't even think she touched. It's just a motion. Somebody behind stage is doing it all.
Next week, they're going to give her a laser pointer. Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
Favorite one.
I love it. Yeah. He's so talented.
I'm going to go on tour.
You should.
That's
Like around the building, or
no, in the kitchen.
If he goes outside to do that, Platts will call. Be like, excuse me.
there's a strange guy walking around my building.
19 years ago in 2007, the Live Earth concerts were streamed to benefit and raise awareness of climate change. They were held all over the world, including London, New York, Washington, D.C., Sydney, Rio, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Rome.
Look at that.
How many years ago was that?
19.
How much has the climate changed then since
I
then?
have no idea.
It hasn't.
Seems about the same, don't you think? I shouldn't go there though. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it depends.
It's hot again today.
Did you hear our story about the ticks?
Oh boy.
25 years ago in 2001, Drew Barrymore married Tom Green. They filed for divorce 6 months later. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Where is he now? We know about her, but
I think he's still touring.
really?
Yeah, he's
Wow.
still active. Yeah, I heard a podcast with him on recently.
Wow.
He's still out there creating content.
28 years ago in 1998, Bare Naked Ladies released their album Stunt, featuring their breakthrough hit, 1 Week. It's been 1 week. Yeah, see?
I
on,
can't,
keep
I
it
can't
going.
sing. No, they told me in school, don't sing, just mouth the words. It's excellent lip syncer.
45 years ago in 1981, the first female was appointed to the Supreme Court when President Reagan nominated Sandra Day O'Connor. She retired in 2006 after more than 24 years on the bench. 46 years ago in 1980, Led Zeppelin played their final show. They didn't do a comeback tour or anything?
I don't think so. They're not like Motley Crue and Kiss and
Right.
oh my God.
They received the presidential award there, and somebody did some of their songs. I can't remember who it was.
Heart did Stairway to
Hart
Heaven.
did. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
Incredible.
That was a really good show. Yeah.
49 years ago in 1977, Styx released their seventh album, The Grand Illusion, on the seventh day of the seventh month of the 77th year of the century. Whew!
Wow.
That's the album with Come Sail Away and Fooling Yourself.
A couple of good tunes right there.
Yeah.
Styx was underrated, I feel.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And 58 years ago in 1968, the Yardbirds performed their final concert. Their breakup was 3 years after Eric Clapton quit and 8 months after Jeff Beck left the group. Guitarist Jimmy Page had to fulfill concert obligations, so he formed a new group and called it the New Yardbirds. Keith Moon said, it'll probably go over like a Led Zeppelin.
Yep.
So Page changed the name of his group to Led Zeppelin.
Never heard of them.
You know what's exciting about when you do these, you know, it happened on this day, is when she finally gets to the point that it's older than I am. That's, I mean, she had like 12 of them. I'm like, come on, Pam.
Right? Yeah, right. I remember that. Wait, I remember that.
Did we get there? We only went
Hey, hey, hey.
ago.
Hey.
All right, let's change the subject while we're still kind of civil.
Larry and I did celebrate the bicentennial 50 years ago, too, you know.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for July the 7th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the L.A. area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Looking for a vehicle but don't love the car shopping experience? At K&R Auto Sales on Center Street in Auburn, Frankie Campbell is known as your friend in the car business. That means no pressure, honest conversations, and helping you find the right vehicle for your budget and your life. Stop by K&R Auto Sales today and see how easy buying a car can feel when you've got a friend on your side. Now we shift focus fully to our guests in studio, Mike Mathieu and Larry Roy, and Pam Ashby, not a guest but a co-host, but heavily involved in the planning and execution for Wishes in the Valley.
Just a little bit.
The second annual Wishes in the Valley, which is coming up on August 8th at Lost Valley in Auburn. And there has been a lot of movement on the sponsorship front. Larry, you want to give us an update on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's been... The outpouring of help has been phenomenal. Rusty Lantern Markets came in as a full wish. Ruper's Beverage and Redemption came in as a full wish. The Exchange Club, because of Mike, came in as a full wish. And they actually do cooking on site, too, which burgers, fries, dogs. They're going to match everything to make it a full wish, which is phenomenal. Thank you, Mike. Yep. Lee Auto Malls came in as a full wish. Another thing with Lee Auto is going to be cool is they're actually providing a shuttle service this year. So that's one thing we didn't have last year. So if you end up coming in late, you will end up parking near the main road.
By late, you mean by like 3:30.
Right. Right. Yeah. And then it can be a decent little walk in, but Lee is going to bring some shuttle service, so we'll be able to bring you right to the front gate.
Yeah, they're going to run that 4 to 9, right? Yeah, right till the end, so that people trying to get back to their car will have access to that as well.
Yeah, we were kind of blown away last year when we heard, because it's hard because Pam and I are, obviously at the event itself, on the grounds, and we saw some people come in. They're like, "Yeah, I parked almost on the main road." I mean, that's how much. Yeah.
They're like, "I'm parked at BJ's."
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. For folks not in the know, can you explain what the sponsors coming in at a Wish means?
Yeah. So the average cash cost to a Wish is $8,500. Wishes can vary, less or more than that, depending on what they are. There's a lot of companies that will donate goods and services and that sort of thing, but the actual cash cost to a wish is $8,500. So, to give these wishes to these kiddos, obviously, like everything else, prices have gone up. So for a company to come in at $8,500 to grant a wish is phenomenal, and the wishes stay local, which is really cool too.
For folks who may be listening for the first time or just learning about Wishes in the Valley, it is an event to benefit Make-A-Wish Maine. And the wishes that Larry is referring to, Make-A-Wish Maine provides wishes for kids living with a critical illness. I know the three of you know a lot about Make-A-Wish Maine, a lot more than I do. Can you think of a few examples of wishes that these kids are looking for?
It is interesting because, a lot of people always talk about the Disney trip, and a lot of these children do wish for Disney because you have a lot of younger children affected. I don't know if people realize, though, the amount of different age children that are. You've got them up to the 15, 16-year-olds. A few other wishes that have gone out recently. I know this last year, one child wished for a bass boat. He was able to get a bass boat through Make-A-Wish that he's able to enjoy with his family at this point. And, of course, I'm dwelling on the fishing ones. I know another young man was able to go out west. Fly fishing was one of his dreams. He was able to take his family out west. A lot of swimming with the dolphins. And there's
Of
been
course, Disney.
Yeah,
There's a she shed. I think there was
Yeah.
one, a little, kind of like a play cabin. And then the pathway, so he could go to the
So that's-
barn with his dad
Right.
because
That's
he was
my
in a
absolute
wheelchair.
favorite one. It was a child who was bound to a wheelchair, and his dad worked a regular job, and on the weekend they had a small farm, and on the weekend his dad would work in the barn, and the kiddo ended up, his wish was to get a path from his house to the barn so he could spend time with his dad on the weekend. And I mean, the kid could have, basically wished for anything, and he wished for a path. And so they went and they built a beautiful garden and path down to the barn, and that way he could, in his wheelchair, he could bring himself down and spend time with Dad. Yeah. So, I mean, it just absolutely, if it doesn't pull on your heartstrings, there's an issue. It's just incredible.
and it's every day, it seems. I know, and I can't say what it is, but we're even involved in an upcoming wish that's going to be granted in August. And we've been called upon to help out, and I'm really looking forward to it. But it's all different things, and this was another girl with wants to involve her sister and her family. So that'll come out in August, I believe, but I don't think I should say any more on that, just in case. But
Well, one thing that people don't realize too is that the wish is not just for the kiddo, but it's for the entire family that lives in the household. So when the wish kiddo decides that they want to go, for example, to Disney, Make-A-Wish actually takes care of the entire family. They fly them down, they put them up, down in Florida, and they take care of everything. And these kiddos are just treated like royalty when they're down there, and it gives the kiddo and the family a break from everyday reality, and it gives them hope, and it allows the kiddos to have something to look forward to rather than just the treatments or whatever they're going through. So it's just awesome. It's just an awesome organization.
I like to describe Wishes in the Valley as a backyard party on steroids.
Lots of steroids.
That also has a chairlift. We're talking live music with Ish and Fire in the Hole. Doesn't get much better than that. Food trucks, chairlift rides, bucket golf, disc golf, cornhole. There's going to be a photo booth, a magician, which is new for this year. Karate board breaking demonstrations, which is new for this year. Mm-hmm. I expect to see all three of you out there.
Absolutely.
I'm practicing already.
Live and silent auctions and raffles as well. It's just an incredible event. Last year's event raised $89,500 for a first-year event. Ooh. Just amazing.
So the beauty of that is the fact that that's the check that we wrote. Obviously there's expenses and so forth, but that was our proceeds, $89,500, which is for year one was, blew us both away, or all of us away. And when Pam and I decided to, put this on, we had very low expectations on how year one was going to go, and the community just really came together, and they just came out in droves, which was awesome to see.
And we have a stage sponsor for this year?
We do. So Fairlawn Golf Course actually came in this year as a stage sponsor. DeBlois Electric came in as a big sponsor. Fortin Group, the Maine Real Estate Experience, came in as a large sponsor as well. Andwell did a nice sponsorship for us, and Dirigo Federal Credit Union as well. So just everything helps. Even the smallest sponsorships help. Obviously, the bigger ones are phenomenal, but everything in between is just very, very much appreciated, and it helps us get to where we need to be. So,
we have sponsorship levels that start at $250. Between $250 and $500 is the Otter Slide sponsorship. $501 to $1,000 is Big Buck. $1,001 to $2,500 is Coyote. Bull Moose sponsor is $2,501 and up to $3,500, and then the Black Diamond is $5,000 and a Wish sponsor at $8,500. So sponsorship starting right at $250. So many individuals and businesses alike can find a level that is suitable for them and where they're comfortable.
And the other thing to point out too, Mark, as far as, sometimes people wonder how else they can help if they can't donate, what have you. And just having people there, the amount of people we can get. And, Lost Valley does do a great job. And when it comes to the food, sometimes you go to a large event and they're like, well, we're going to eat first. We're going to do this. We don't want to sit in lines. Well, we've got so much food to offer. Lost Valley, the food trucks, and they're all donating proceeds back to the event as well. So even just going there and getting dinner actually gives money back to the cause too.
Absolutely.
So with everything, again, the way Lost Valley has it set up, their kitchens are open, but the food trucks are open, and every one of them there is giving back to the cause with the proceeds they make too. So don't worry about eating first or after. Come on out, get your drink on, and help support Make-A-Wish.
That's a great thing too, Mike, that I hadn't even thought about that piece. Certainly, I mean, and the lines, there are no lines. I mean, the food trucks and all the vendors that are there really push people through. So you're not waiting long, but come out, have a burger, have some fries, grab a cocktail, enjoy the music, enjoy the area and the activities, and every little bit helps us reach our goal.
Yeah, that was one of our big focuses, I think, in the first year is like we wanted it to be an enjoyable experience, whether someone's there just getting food and drink and watching the bands or participating in the raffles, live auction, and other things that raised money. We wanted to make sure that lines were short. And we had, I think, 5 operating bars to get beverages, and then 3 food trucks, and then Lost Valley is also serving. So there's plenty of options, and all of those options are going to be pretty quick turnaround because they're prepared for it, and people are kind of spread out, choosing different things. So,
and the food trucks are, they're not open for just an hour or whatever. They're open for the event. So the beauty is you can wait, when it's a little slower or whatever, if you want to do that. And this year too, we have ice cream. Dairy Joy is going to be there as well.
Great.
So yeah. So I mean, it's fun for everybody. Bring a chair, sit on the lawn, have a great time, listen to some music. The beauty with Lost Valley is it's spread out enough that there's plenty of room for everybody. Just a great time.
I got to talk to Darren, the head brewer for Lost Valley at Brewfest. He's really looking forward to whoever wins the brewing contest. Is it a contest or do they bid?
What it was last year was we brewed the beer for the event last year, but then we put it out there as a live auction that you could bid on, and then if you won, you end up picking the beer for the following year.
Okay.
Travis Dow ended up winning it last year, and I just found out what he's brewing for this year's event. It's a Kolsch.
Light, crisp, refreshing.
Yeah. that sounds like a commercial. Light, crisp, refreshing. So that's what we're brewing this year. The beauty is when it's done, it's right now it's slated for release on July 24th. Once they do release it, they'll have it at Lost Valley, they'll have it at Mac's Grill, and they'll have it at Pat's Pizza. And so you can certainly go and enjoy that beverage there. And all proceeds
also helps,
all proceeds go right back to us again. So just another way to kind of amp up and get ready to go, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
32 days to go. How are you guys feeling right about now? Things running pretty smooth?
I feel pretty good.
I think it's going okay. I think things are really coming together. Every time we do an event, it's at the beginning, you're like, oh my God, there's so much to do. But as things finally progress, the pieces of the puzzle start to come together, and which is really neat. But we don't do this in a week, by the way. We actually, even last year, the evening of the event when it was done, Pam and I and the crew got together and we're like, okay, what do we need to do for next year? I mean, and it really starts that early. So, brainstorming and so forth. So, but yeah, it's all coming together.
Pam, you feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I think, I think things are really good. It's just all the stuff that can't be done until just before, that's when I'll start kind of stressing out, I think. But right now, I think we're in pretty good standing. I think we have a great board behind us and helping us plan and collectively pulling things together. So everyone's been great, and I feel pretty good.
Yeah, it's really neat to see, the what everybody brings to the table on the board, because everybody has different contacts and so forth. So it's really neat to see the collaboration. So, but we still need volunteers. And even if you can only volunteer for an hour, you want to go and volunteer for an hour or two or whatever at the beginning of the event, we can certainly use you. It just makes things go a lot smoother. So.
Yeah, we had Matt from the Maine Real Estate Experience on a couple of weeks ago, and he's in charge of all the volunteers.
He is.
So he's really looking forward to it.
I think he had his eyes open last year. We kind of gave him a little warning before, and he's like, I got this. And afterward, he's like, oh, my God. But yeah, it's, it takes a village to put this together for sure. So.
And Mike, how are you feeling with 32 days to go?
I'm feeling good. I mean, honestly, Larry and Pam do most of it. I'm out there just, trying to raise sponsorship and money for the event. Day of, I'll be helping out a little bit more on the front lines with them this year. Last year, I was more part of the Exchange Club at cooking. We've got more volunteers for that this year, so I'll be able to help out on the other side of things. But second time, it's more experience, right? We've done it already, so now we know what to do, what not to do. And like Larry said, I mean, we got together right after, within just a week or two, just to say, hey, this worked, this didn't. Should we look at this for next year? Because if you wait 4 months and then you're like, hey, what worked? Yeah.
Right.
So, no, I think it's good. And again, just the support from Make-A-Wish, their board of directors too. They're trying to prop us up and do stuff for us and get the word out there. We always get the support of the main office here in Maine too. So it's great having them and. Just to be able to lean on them if we need to. But, with Larry being on the board for years, he's been to a lot of different occasions, a lot of different events. I've attended many, Pam as well. So it's kind of neat to see everything come together like that.
Anything else that our listeners should know?
If I could just, and I would want to say it earlier, but, another reason why I stay involved in this, and it goes back to the wish families, and we're talking about the different wishes that can be granted. And a big part of the Exchange Club this year, too, is we have a father who's in the club whose son passed away. And come to find out, he was a wish kid about 5 years ago. I was not aware of that, so it was kind of interesting to find that. And then I went to an event about a month ago, and the mom was there. And she's still very involved with Make-A-Wish, even though she's lost her son now at this point. It wasn't just a one-and-done type of thing. Thank you for helping my family, and now I'm gone. She's there, and she's still helping to support. You have a lot of these wish families. You have a lot of volunteers who work for Make-A-Wish that they don't know if the child they're working with is going to survive. They don't know if they'll be able to talk to him next year, and they all just still stay on with it. And it tells me right there that it just does so much for these families that even though they've lost their loved ones, they're still there to help support others who are going through what they've been through. So that's what pulls me back, I think, every time too. Just to see these parents and able to talk about it, it's got to be such a hard thing to do, but at the same time, they know they're doing good. So I just wanted to point that out, that we appreciate all the wish families that, are still there and everything they go through.
That is powerful. Thanks for sharing that, Mike.
Sure. Speaking on that point, too, one of our wish kiddos that we actually granted a wish to at the summer block party ended up, his wish was he wanted to sing in front of a live audience and he wanted some musical equipment. And so at the last summer block party, we granted his wish. And he came back last year and sang for us. And apparently he's gone on he sings all over the place. I mean, he's got gigs in clubs and bars and that sort of thing. And he's got a small band that he plays with too. And his name's Mathieu and he's an actual wish kiddo, and you'll see him there this year. So between the band sets, Mathieu goes on stage and he's going to sing for us. Yeah. And the kid is super talented.
Man, he is
super talented.
Yep.
So it just kind of goes to show that people are willing to give back, and he's very appreciative of what Make-A-Wish did for him, and so he gives back. And we reached out to him again this year and said, hey, Mathieu, are you interested in coming back? And he said, absolutely. He doesn't even hesitate. So, which is really, really cool.
What is he saying? Is he a rock and roll guy?
He's a rock and roll guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what he sang at the summer block party was Rain on the Scarecrow. Oh, nice. And the minute he started to play, and we had reached out to the band ahead of time and told him, hey, look, we have a wish kid and he wants to sing. And the band said, well, is he good? And I said, I have no idea. I've never heard him sing. But this is his wish, so this is what we're going to do. So the band was prepared basically to kind of step things up a little bit, to make him sound good and what have you. And the minute Mathieu started to sing, you could see the expression on the band's face. They're looking at each other and they're like, this kid is good. So they basically just let him do his thing. And they just kind of, stepped back and just let Mathieu sing. And the crowd went nuts. And then he ended up singing another song because the crowd was just all into it. So it's just really, really cool to see the full spectrum on that too. So it's a lot of fun for sure.
Awesome. Pam, any parting words?
I think they covered it all.
Yeah.
That was all the bases. those are some highlights for sure.
And we should mention,
Everything.
too, free admission
Yeah.
That's right.
to this event.
Yes.
So you can come hang out, like Mike said, bring a chair, check out the bands, and like chairlift rides, board breaking, things like that. There's it's going to cost you a few bucks.
Right.
If you don't want to do it, come laugh at the rest of us trying.
That's right. There you go. One of you is leaving in a cast. I'm pretty sure. Wishesinthevalley.com is the website. Also check them out on Facebook.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
All right, guys. As you know, we close out the show with a segment called 3 Random Questions, where we're going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with Wishes in the Valley. You guys good with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, we will start with you. Mike, if you could attend any live performance or sporting event in history, what would it be and why?
I hate being put on the spot, but live sporting event, I would probably have to go back to an Olympics, really going back to, the early days, maybe even the Greek Olympics. I don't know. I'm intrigued with the Summer Olympics, so I'm going to go with that. Maybe the first Olympics back then.
The first Olympics.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not because they're all naked or nothing, but I just go into to Greece, the real authentic thing. Is it what it was? Was it the Chariots of Fire? You know what I mean? That movie. So
All right. Larry, same question.
I've always wanted to go to bull riding, and I've never done that. I don't know. That's not as posh as going to the Olympics, but a live bull riding.
Have you ever wanted to try it?
God, no.
No? Have you ever been on a mechanical bull?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So you like to watch.
I've never drank that much.
What about the running of the bulls?
Oh, I wouldn't do that either. No.
All right. So you just want to sit in the stands and watch somebody ride a bull.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I think eventually probably I'll do that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Someday.
Good stuff.
Someday.
Nice.
All right.
Larry, if you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with all the extra time, even though you're retired and have all the time in the world?
If I didn't have to sleep, I can't say golf because I golf already. Travel more probably. Yeah. So, not having to worry about the time limits on days and that sort of thing. So travel the world.
All right. Mike?
So if I have more time on my hands, my honeydew list would probably be longer. The kicker is about my honeydew list, and this goes out to my wife. I'm Mr. 90%. I do all kinds of work around
heard
the
that
house.
about
I
you.
remodel. But I get it all about 90% done. There's always a little finished work or just a little something. So I guess I'd take that time to finish all the 10% I have left around the house.
All right. Then you can call it your honey did list.
Yes, exactly. Every time one gets crossed out, there's something new to it.
All right. Final question, and we'll start with Mike. Putting your professional skills aside, what could you teach someone to do today with 100% certainty?
Drinking's not a good answer, right?
No. But you are
I am
good
a
at that.
professional. I'm almost professional in this day and age, but no. Well, back my previous life, if you will, besides professional, I could do some welding. I could instruct on welding.
Okay.
I could teach people many processes in welding, and feel good about it.
Do you still keep up with your welding skills?
Not as much. I have the ability in the shop. I just don't have the time. So maybe that other, when I'm not sleeping, I could do that too.
All right. Larry, what are you teaching us?
I'll teach you how to golf.
Okay.
The only one that I say this very cautiously, the only one that I would not teach how to golf is my wife. Because she doesn't listen.
Well, to you.
To me. And it's funny because everything that I taught her how to do, she's like, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And then I had a buddy of mine that came out golfing with us, and he was telling her the exact same thing. She goes, oh, I get it. What do you mean? That's what I've been saying the whole time. She goes, you don't say it the same way. So
it's just you.
It's just me.
Yep. Yeah. Gotcha. All right, guys.
Right. She listens. She doesn't understand you, really.
Correct.
Saying, okay.
No, she hears.
Okay. There's a difference. You're right.
Love you, honey.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam Ashby via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.